Hello, it's Miss Moorfield, and tonight we're going to talk about a coordinate graph, and you'll see an example of a coordinate graph on your screen. So the first thing we're going to do is go over some vocabulary. You'll notice where the two lines meet, which is commonly just where you would see the number 0, is also called the origin of our coordinate graph. We should remember that the horizontal line is our x-axis, and the vertical line is our y-axis, and then the numbers labeling the different points. Now they could go by ones, for instance, like this graph, or we could be counting by tens or fives, or any other number as long as our increments are the same. You'll then notice I have a series of points that I've plotted on my coordinate graph, and what we're going to learn how to do is describe where these points are. So in order to do that, we're going to give an ordered pair or a coordinate pair, and it's going to basically give us directions for our map. So the first example, the red one's been done for you, and you'll notice my arrows, I'm always going to go over before I go up. So I'm going to give the horizontal position first, which I know this red dot is at the 7 on the x-axis, so I went 7 boxes over, and I went 2 boxes up, or 2 boxes vertically, so I'm going to call that pair at, or that dot is at 7, 2. 7, 2. That's the ordered pair. If I followed those instructions on my graph, I would find my red dot. So if I wanted to find my purple dot, for instance, I would need to go over 2 and go up 4. So the pair for my purple dot, or my instructions for my purple dot, would be 2, 4. Again, we always go horizontally and then vertically. We go over and then up. Let's do our pink dot next. We're going to go over 6, and we're going to go up 6. So our ordered pair for that one is quite simple, since it's the same number for each. It's 6, 6. But we are technically putting the horizontal or the over directions first, even though they happen to be the same number in this case. And one last example for our blue dot. We are going to, of course, go over first, and we go over 4. And we are going up 2, which puts us at 4, 2. So again, our coordinate pair is just giving us directions on what we call a coordinate graph. So saying if you go over this many boxes and up this many boxes, this is where you will find the dot or the shape or whatever it is we've graphed. So looking at another example, this time I've used various shapes, and I said to find the ordered pair for each. So you're looking at the intersection or the middle of each of these shapes. So for the first one, we'll do the dot first. I have to go over 3 to get there, and I have to go up 6. So the ordered pair for this one is going to be 3, 6. Again, always starting with the number on the x-axis and then the number on the y-axis. To find the ordered pair for my heart, I'm going to go over 7 to get, forgot to get my arrow. Go over 7, and I'm going to go up 3. And I'm going to land right in the middle of that heart, so my ordered pair is 7, 3. Or go over 7, go up 3. Horizontal first, and then the vertical direction. And finally, my star. If I go right to the middle of that star, I have to go over all 10 lines and go up 6 lines. You'll notice it's across from the circle, so they're both on that same vertical direction. And the ordered pair for this one would then be 10, 6. Go over 10 and go up 6. So as long as you're thinking about this as a form of directions, it's fairly simple. Just remember you're telling me where to go over and where to go up, and I should find whatever shape or object or point you're trying to lead me to. So there's a lot of vocabulary with this. We know that we're using what's called a coordinate graph, which then also would give us a coordinate pair. I also called it an ordered pair. The coordinates are the directions. The coordinates are which spot on the horizontal axis and which spot on the vertical axis, or which spot on the x and the y axis. You're going to hear all of those things interchangeably. So horizontal and vertical, which we also know as our x and our y axis, which leads us to our coordinates. So these are vocabulary words that you may need to look up in your textbook, or you may want to look up on your iPad, but we're going to be using them a lot in class, so we need to get familiar with these terms. A lot of them are interchangeable. Our ordered pair and our coordinate pair, our horizontal axis and our x-axis, our vertical axis and our y-axis. So you need to be familiar with each term regardless of which one we use in class or which one you see on paper. What I want you to work on tonight for your homework, I want you to draw a coordinate graph like mine. So set it up where your origin is 0. and I want you to go up by tens to 80 on both the x-axis and the y-axis, and I want you to plot two different coordinate pairs. I want you to plot 25, 80, and I want you to plot 75, 40. So you can set it up on your iPad or you can put it on paper, bring it into class tomorrow, and of course post any questions that you have tonight, but we're going to continue exploring these graphs in class, and I will see you tomorrow.